Update. My mother-in-law insisted on getting my baby a DNA test because she thought the baby was darker, but the test uncovered something shady and ruined her marriage. Part 2. We were so excited to introduce our baby to the extended family members. She took it as an opportunity to humiliate me publicly. She went out with some toxic relatives and talked badly about my baby and me. One of them commented that brown should be shades of brown and not black, implying that someone had mixed black and brown. It infuriated me. They made this comment to embarrass me. I interrupted, "Sorry, what do you mean?" My mother-in-law said nothing, claiming they were just talking about colors. They looked at each other and burst out laughing, making me feel uncomfortable. I left the event immediately. A couple of similar incidents followed. The only reason I let this slide then was because I was busy with my newborn. As a new mom, everything was too overwhelming for me. But now I guess it's time to act. The last straw was a week ago. My baby turned 6 months old. Some friends came to celebrate this milestone with us. Suddenly, my mother-in-law appeared. I did not want a confrontation in front of my friends, so I said nothing and received her inside the house. She walked in and said, "The skin should have settled after 6 months. Let me see what you've got." Everyone was stunned by her comment. One of my friends was holding the baby and passed her to my mother-in-law. She looked at my baby and exclaimed, "Oh, still black," and returned the baby to my friend. I stayed there in shock, just understanding what had happened and what I should say to save face. I decided to strike back since she had already started the show. My husband was in the kitchen, so I shouted his name and asked him to come out. He ran out, and I told him that his mother needed biology lessons because she clearly doesn't understand genetics or maybe hasn't even attended school. Only an illiterate person can talk so much nonsense. My mother-in-law looked at my husband and whispered, "I didn't want to bring this up in front of everyone." She recognized her mistake. I interrupted her and sarcastically told my husband about her comments. She made a puppy face and said no one would have understood because it was too subtle. She said, "Now that you've taken it out in front of everyone, let me be clear. I demand a DNA test for the baby or else she will not get the family name." I yelled at her to leave. My husband made it clear that he trusts me and that there is no way we will do a DNA test on the child. Even if the in-laws disinherit the child, we don't give a damn. The thing is, even though my husband listens and supports me and I know I have never been unfaithful to him, I want to take the DNA test and put a report in my mother-in-law's face. But part of me is holding back, thinking that I should not give in to my mother-in-law's demands and feed her ego. What do you think is the best way to put my mother-in-law in her place? Update. Thank you all for your suggestions. Getting some perspectives was refreshing to some extent. I had the option of avoiding the test and cutting my mother-in-law from our lives. We did that, but she wasn't going to shut her mouth. She was still hanging around, talking about me, my baby. The best way to deal with this was to take the test and throw it at her. If you like this story, follow us for part 3.